Godzilla. Released another Godzilla movie in the same year. This time in December 1964. Presenting Godzilla's arch nemesis, Ghidorah. It was all self-titled film. Ghidorah is right against him. Big film that tells the tale about how one member of the world gets herself entangled into some alien-like matters, whereas also being hunted by an assassin to kill off any opposition to his role, as well as a tale of friendship and an unlikely alliance between two monsters. Film starts with one of the princes from some faraway kingdom, wherever is flying, and apparently a couple of opponents sabotaged her plane by rigging it with a bomb. However, she gets warned by some mysterious voice, and she escapes by jumping into the sea, and the plane blows up. And her disappearance makes headlines, and at around the same time, a mysterious woman resembling her reappears, claiming she's a Venusian or Martian, depending on the version. Starts predicting cataclysms like Rodan emerging from Mount Osso, Godzilla appearing again, and worst of all, King Ghidorah coming around to destroy Earth. Sure enough, the prediction comes true through the form of the twin fairies, who are actually shocked to see her themselves when she boards her ship, warning them to not go. And so, the twins in this film resemble less of what this is shown from Mothra vs. Godzilla and more of their native resemblance back in 1961. Apparently they heeded this action and decided to stow away with her, as they decided not to take any chances. And sure enough, Godzilla emerges from the water, apparently able to free himself from the larva's grip, and destroys the very ship that the twin fairies were supposed to be on, before making his way to Yokohama and destroy it, where at the same time the assassin is fleeing after a failed attempt. And immediately at the same time, if not earlier, Rodan emerges, only this time he's a bit deformed and looks more goofy looking than he used to be back in 1956 when he was apparently killed in an explosion. He awakens due to some guy going down the volcano trying to recover a hat. Unfortunately, he did not survive, and he flies straight towards Godzilla's location. While all that is happening during the nearby Hakone Dam, a meteorite has landed there, same one that has been seen in the beginning of the film, narrowly missing the dam, preventing a catastrophe. It just sits there glowing red, when some weird magnetic properties showing out. It draws pickaxes and shovels and the like. The Geiger counter shows that it's highly radioactive, probably concluding that it's from outer space. So it's been continuing like this on again, off again for a couple of days, until one day the meteorite breaks and out comes in a golden flash of explosions, fire, and fear, Godzilla's future arch nemesis, King Ghidorah. His introduction is actually pretty good if it wasn't for one skipping camera takes. Now, that aside, he starts rampaging throughout all of Japan, leaving Tokyo to bits with his gravity beams. Fukuoka into rubble. He even levels a pagoda in the process. thus continuing once again the tradition of destroying pagodas. So he continues this while Godzilla and Rodan fight each other, and while that is happening, the assassin tracks the alien down and decides to kill her once and for all near Mount Fuji. And just as he's about to do it, Rodan knocks Godzilla into some electric towers, foiling it again. Around the same time, the people of Japan try to convince one of Mothra's larvae to join the fight against Ghidorah. But seeing as what happened in the events of the previous film, it refuses. But eventually relents and agrees to go to Japan and try to convince Godzilla or Rodan to join her, since the twin fairies say that the only way that King Ghidorah can be stopped is if they make an alliance, something that the other two monsters won't be able to forge easily. She tries to convince them, but it falls on deaf ears as Godzilla just curses her out, and Rodan tries to attack Godzilla to his advantage. And Godzilla basically says that humans have hated him ever since he was born. And even though Earth is his home, he has to defend it so he could keep rampaging humans. But Godzilla still won't listen, and neither would Rodan. So Mothra decides to go fight Ghidorah herself, despite the chances being nil, as she would most likely be killed. And she almost was, but during the fight Godzilla sees what she's doing and decides to help her out. Two then engage in combat against Three-Eyed Dragon, but even he's more than a match for Godzilla, as he's easily overwhelmed just like Mothra is. Despite the fact that he's been tossing rocks at him, he doesn't phase. Eventually Rodan shows up, and the three decide to fight together, for at least once in their lives. While that's happening, the alien gets caught in an avalanche while being evacuated out of Fuji, and the assassin tries to kill her on the spot, but an avalanche, the same one that stopped them, crushes his car, killing all of them but him. He almost kills her as he shot her in the head, but couldn't do anything else as both him, the alien, and the cop at the time all fall to the valley below. While the alien is saved by some grass, the assassin was not so lucky as he gets crushed by a boulder, Snow White style, while falling to his doom below. Despite decreasing odds, three monsters continue to fight as they start slowly gaining the upper hand thanks to Godzilla shooting rocks at him. Well, I kind of find it weird that not once does he use his atomic breath against Ghidorah. And Rodan also doesn't use his pecking as much on Ghidorah either. As Mothra tries to shoot Ghidorah with her silk, she keeps missing. So the larva then grabs the Godzilla's tail, who helps her carry her all the way up to the hill, who then flings her onto Rodan's back as they decide to mount an aerial offensive while Godzilla took care of things on the ground. The strategy works as she's able to bind Ghidorah in silk, allowing Godzilla to take the lead and start pummeling him mercilessly with fists and rocks. Then he starts swinging him around like a chew toy, before finally Ghidorah manages to break free and flee back to space. The three monsters then just watch him fly away, as they hope to see the last of him. At the same time, the princess has recovered her memory and decides to go back to her home country after hearing that the opposition has been killed. or imprisoned. So in the end, everyone goes their separate ways. The humans back to their jobs, the monsters back to their habitats, Mothra back to the island, Godzilla back to the sea, and Rodan back to the sky. In a way, everyone just forgets each other. And that's how the movie ends. Originally, King Ghidorah was supposed to have a more rainbow-colored configuration, especially on his heads and wings. And also, it was supposed to launch out flamethrowers out of his 3 heads. But they changed it at the last minute for some unknown reason. Also, in America, they kind of edited out some stuff. And the title pretty much closely resembled television official title. The only thing is that they replaced Ghidorah with Ghidorah, similar to how they pronounce it in Japan. Ghidorah 3 of the months. It's released a couple months ago in Japanese, and had stock footage of other films, as well as Godzilla and despite the film only being released 6 months after Mothra vs. Godzilla, it is a very solid film, held together by the likes of special effects look a bit iffy, and the cinematography might be kind of rushed. It's still a solid film, and it wasn't that bad. Heck, even a young Koichi Kawakita would be the future Heisei era special effects person. Got his start with this film when he was just about 21 years old. This is notable for being the first Godzilla film as a hero. First 3 were either a force of nature or straight up a villain. This one, he changes from villain to hero thanks to Mothra. And he stays that way until the end of the show series in episode 5. And also, this is the first time King Ghidorah first appears. Assuming Godzilla's most immediate as well as Rodan and Mothra being helpful allies to him, as they would be seen helping him or fighting against him in future Godzilla films. So in a way, this film set the standard of what Godzilla films of today would be, especially seen by the 2019 remake. But yes, this is a film that is worthy of watching, and thanks to that, we got another classic formula of other Godzilla films to this day. So go watch it. See for yourself how this old movie compares to the new remake. And comment below on whether you like this one better or you like the old one better. I mean, that could go either way. Just be sure to like and subscribe.